College football is less than 2 weeks away, and the AP Top 25 preseason poll has came out. Here's my thought. My first thoughts is this is going to be a two-conference race. Looking at the Big Ten and the SEC, I think very well could have 7 of the 12 teams in the playoff. Preseason rankings don't mean that much, but the SEC has 8 top 25 preseason 25. And the Big Ten has 6. No other conference even has anywhere close to that. So to me, it's a two-conference race to win it all. In this game right here, October 12th, Oregon Ducks versus the Ohio State Buckeyes, I think is maybe the biggest game of the year. Maybe even all of college football. This is truly the most wonderful time of the year. Tennessee at number 15, I think they might be a sleeper team. Like, do not sleep on the Tennessee Volunteers. I think they could probably make some noise this year. Sleeper team to look out for in the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes. They only play Ohio State. They don't play Michigan. I don't think they play Penn State. They have a pretty no Penn State, no Oregon, Michigan, or USC. So they have a pretty easy schedule. For that reason, they might be a sleeper team out of the Big Ten. But ultimately, who I think is going to win it all, it's Ohio State. They retained all of their key players, and they picked up one of the biggest recruiting classes maybe ever, with Judkins being their number one guy. This guy is so lethal that you literally can't even play with him in college football competitively. You cannot play with the Ohio State Buckeyes. That's how lethal he is. And it wasn't like their running back wasn't already their best player anyway. So to me, they're going to have a crazy backfield. Maybe one of the best backfields over the last decade, with two real deal players that could make some absolute crazy noise. TreVeyon Henderson was already their best player coming back, in my opinion. So adding Judkins is an insane backfield. They got better at QB. They kept all of their main defensive players. They have experience, their offensive line, and their wide receiver / cornerback university constantly putting out draft picks, in my opinion. Well, not even my opinion, literally, just straight up factual. So yeah, I think that they're gonna win it all this year. This is the year that they get over the hump. All of the Michigan players went to the NFL, as well as Harbaugh went to the NFL himself. I don't think they're going to be as good. They're still going to be formidable, but I don't think they're going to be nearly as good. And I think that this is the year that Ryan Day gets over that hump. Picked up Kelly, and he's always been able to run the ball with terrible offensive line. So I can't imagine what he's going to do with an actual two dynamic running backs like this, a running quarterback, and really good offensive line. So I think they're going to be able to run the ball, and I think that already they have the best defense in the country, returning almost all of their main starters from last year. So to me, this is the most talented roster in college football. You literally can't even play with them competitively, so we don't need to make things complicated. I think they put Georgia at number 1 out of respect. Obviously, they're going to make some noise, but ultimately, I think the championship game is going to be between Georgia and Texas, Ohio State and Texas, and Ohio State is going to win it all. But let me know in the comments where you think I screwed up. Who do you have taking the Natty this year? Peace, love, prosperity.